absolute moron. Almost ended. Goddamn broadcast. Almost ended. Just ended. Ended. Oh, listen to that bad boy. Welcome to whatever this is called. Give me 1 second, you asshole, while I shut the door. Good, nice, good. Nothing's changed. Brilliant. Christmas is done. Why break the wagon? Maybe. I don't even know what. I haven't drunk anything since Christmas Day. I only had 3 drinks then, so I'll see how I feel. Bit rough. Just literally got through the door. Dumped my shit, opened up a load of legal admin, my new driving license and all that, which are fucking taking a big load of pressure off me in the next couple of weeks. Went to the shop, came back. Here we are. Let me just send out a goddamn tweet. Welcome to Last Rides. Random. I thought we'd hang out for a bit till Broccoli Brock goes live. It is Friday, isn't it? I don't know. I get very confused. Hope you all have a nice Christmas. Mine was nice. Well, I mean, I went down to my family Thursday. In those 2 days, I saw them for like 2 hours. And Christmas Eve, we did the stream, got hammered. And during that, my voice started to go. It's still not good. Pretty sure it was COVID. Pretty sure I gave it to my mum and my brother. So I spent 7 hours out of my house Christmas Day, and I just haven't left the house. I haven't been anywhere, haven't done anything since the 25th. But I decided to come back to Manchester today. Let's get her done. Let's get up here. Let me figure out these tabs. So yeah, feeling a bit sharing is carrying. There we go. It is. Let me take a sip of this so I feel. No intention of drinking, but I thought, you know what? I got back and the addiction came in. I thought the voice is okay. The feels okay today. It'll only be a short one anyway, obviously. We'll bang a couple of these in. We'll bang a couple of beers in once Brock starts streaming, and then we'll see what happens tonight. Nothing can go wrong, right? I won't be prancing around in a wig at midnight. Won't. If anything, glorious to be back in my city. It is now my city of Manchester. I've declared it so. This title might lie, by the way. I might not do any ChatGPT stuff. Unless anyone else comes along, which it might not. Actually, yeah, I probably shouldn't have. Whatever. Doesn't matter, does it? Who cares? Just hope everyone, you had a nice Christmas. And you'll have a lovely New Year. New Year, I'm doing fuck all. I'm going to make a lot of food. I'm going to write for at least 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to make a shitload of food, and I'm going to watch a couple of films right there. And that's it. That is it. Kelly, you may have blacked out Christmas Eve. Sorry. I mean, I blacked out Christmas Eve. I've been puking at 5 a.m. That's in the past. I mean, I went to bed at 4 o'clock Christmas morning. I was absolutely fucked. Woke up at 9. Wasn't good. It was fun, though. We had fun Christmas Eve. Kept it going. Kept the party going as well. But yeah, the last 2 hours, I think, plus, I started to feel ill on the trip back to the podcast with beers, because it was all last minute with Brett as well. But I just took pills and drank. You don't really notice it, but then my voice just started to disappear over that 2.5 hours. And by the end of it, I just couldn't even speak. Hey, Caitlin, welcome in. Merry paganistic, weird part of between Winterval and New Year. Cheers to you. I'm having a little glass of wine. Just got in the door. This is the longest I've tested the voice in like days, so it's not good. Just got back to Manchester literally within the hour. Ooh, these goddamn headphones, man. Not that I need them in. Half a litre of cab, lunchbox chef. This is I can't remember what it is. I've got the bottle. It might be Merlot. Let's have a look. It might be some. It is cab. bottle of cheap cab off the shelf. I just had to run in, had 30 seconds in. Let's go. The first red thing that I saw that didn't have a security tag on it. There we go, cheapies. It's actually not bad. I don't know what it's like over in the States, but you can get pretty good wine for fucking nothing now. As long as it's not the very bottom, it's all right. This will fuck me up. I'll drink this bottle and be fucked up. Because, like I said, I hadn't drunk a thing since Christmas Day. Wine with dinner and didn't happen. Yeah, so I did a prompt, and most of you thought this was a story. I wrote a prompt into ChatGPT about Brock, and the prompt was something like, write a story about Brett Brock. He's 49, he gets superpowers. And they did one, but then you can correct it. You can go, that's great, but Brock doesn't leave the house. Can you see? You can correct this. So I'll read. He's not here, but I'll just tell him later. So the AI came back with Brett Brock was an artist from Nashville, Tennessee. He worked as a streamer on Twitch, sharing his art with a global audience in his free time. He enjoyed playing video games. I might have corrected that one later. And chatting with his friends in the Twitch chat. One day, Brett received a strange letter in the mail from a distant cousin he never heard of. The cousin who lived in Smallville claimed to have discovered that Brett was related to Superman and that he had inherited some of the Man of Steel's powers. Brett was skeptical. I ain't buying that shit. But he decided to go to Smallville to check it out. When he arrived, he was shocked to discover that his cousin was telling the truth. Well, I'll be damned. As it turned out, Brett had always had a small amount of Kryptonian DNA in his genes, but it had never manifested itself until now, at the ripe old age of 49. Brett was skeptical at first, but as he spent more time in Smallville, he began to notice the strange things happening wherever he drank beer. Whenever he drank beer, he could lift heavy objects. I haven't get another beer. He could lift heavy objects with ease and even started to develop the ability to fly. Excited by his newfound powers, Brett began to train with his cousin to learn how to control them and use them effectively. He practiced using his heat vision to melt metal and his X-ray vision to see through solid objects. I mean, what? Women's clothes, probably. He also worked on his speed. I thought that said special needs for some reason. It was just a Down syndrome Superman. Until he was able to move at superhuman speeds. But the power that Brett was most excited about was his ability to put dick pics on his timeline. No, it was his ability to fly. He spent hours in the air learning how to control. He won't leave the house. This is bollocks. Learning how to control his flight and navigate through the skies. Thank you for referencing being Superman. You need to navigate. How did he know where fucking Mumbai is? As the years went on, Brett's powers continued to grow, and he became a beloved hero. That's what I got back immediately from that. So that's a nice little story, isn't it? Hey, Higgy, welcome in. I'm here, but I'm not really making a noise. I'm just miming, so it's all good. We're on the same page. Just a mime. BB Madlibs. Hey, you didn't even see this raid. What's going on? I didn't even see that OGM was online. I checked. I wouldn't have even streamed. Thank you. Hey, Chrissy, nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. You're bad bitch. I hope you had a good Christmas. I've just been sick since the 25th, so haven't done anything. Haven't seen anyone around my family, but I just wasn't really feeling it. Couldn't get up in the morning, all that shit. But I hope you're good. Brett, did you catch that story? Because I was reading it from my Facebook. Did you catch the AI story about you? That was the thing that I put on Twitter. 2 idiots thought, oh, that's a nice story. No, that's the prompt. You got to give them you got to feed the machine, yeah? Some details. Oh yeah, this is a quick one too. Obviously, Brett's going to stream tonight, so I just got to jump on for half hour. Yeah, let's blame Elon. GTA, nice. Wait, GTA 5? Oh, wow. Okay, there we go. Welcome in, DC, as well. Nice to see you all. Nice to hear you all. Did you hear because I started reading that story before you came in, I think, but if you did hear it, we won't bother. I also did one about Jamie. All right, I can reread it again. I also did one about Jamie, and I said, Jamie's a part-time comedian and whatever from Caerphilly until he finds out he's related to Batman. Batman comes to Caerphilly and trains him. That was the prompt, roughly. So this is Jamie's one. I'll read them again to him when we do an ODAM. Jamie was a young man from Caerphilly, Wales. He spent most of his days working at the local pub and drinking with his friends in his spare time, well, all the time. He never thought much about his family history. He all died of alcoholism, scurvy. But that will change one day when a strange letter arrived in the mail. The letter was from Bruce Wayne, the billionaire playboy and superhero known as Batman. It seemed that Jamie was related to Bruce, and Bruce had come to Caerphilly to reveal the truth to him. At first, Jamie couldn't believe what he was hearing. I don't really, vaping's bad for you. I don't believe that at all. He had always been a huge fan of Batman, and the idea of being related to him was almost too much to handle. But as Bruce showed him the proof of their connection, Jamie realised it was all true. Over the next few weeks, Bruce stayed in Caerphilly to teach Jamie everything he knew about being a superhero. Jamie learned how to fight, how to use gadgets. He broke his fucking arm walking across a field, and how to keep his identity a secret. He even built his own costume, drinking secret. He even built his own costume and began training to become the Batman of Caerphilly. As Jamie's skills improved, he started to make a name for himself in the community. He patrolled the streets at night, helping to keep the peace and protect the people of Caerphilly. But as he fought crime and worked to make the city a safer place, he knew that he had a tough challenge ahead, defeating the supervillain known as Tracksuit Man. Good. Yeah. I did one more for Brett because you can correct it, right? Yeah, I love GTA. It's a great game. You can correct it and say, well, that's great, but Brett doesn't, because it said Brett used to go to the bar. It's like Brett doesn't leave the house. As it says it is, okay, well, Brett drinks. So I did a redo for Brett. I said, okay, that's great, but can you do it as written by J.R.R. Tolkien? So this is what it said here. Brett Brock, an artist hailing from the... Actually, fuck copyright. Let's do this. I don't need to log into my bank again. There's nothing in it. There's literally nothing in it. It doesn't matter. If we can get this. Yeah, we'll play this. Brett Brock, an artist hailing from the musical city of Nashville, spends his days creating masterful drawings and imbibing the finest of brews. He shares his talents and indulgences with the world through the magic of Twitch, a platform where he's honed his craft of grifting.
The road goes ever on.
There we go. I thought I liked that. I tried to get it to redo it as spoken by the word of God, but it's like I cannot represent God because someone's done that before. There'll be a way of wording it, but it's a fucker. It doesn't want to offend anyone, and it doesn't. You've got to really word the thing's great, but it's great fun. If you want to do a quick one live, let me see if I can get it open here. Do one live, and I'll get the ideas from you guys. So, yeah. So, I will share this screen, and if you guys. You just got to be a little bit, but I can help with the detail and stuff. But basically, if we just have a person that we want to write about, it could be anyone that we know or don't know, and some details about them, what they like, what they don't like, what they do, all that stuff. I can write a prompt in like 3 seconds, or we can just do something else. So yeah, let me check in my I think I might get some of the chat a little bit earlier. There we go, bitches. Not that you're bitches, you know. I mean, bitches in general. Life bitches. Any ideas, guys? Who do we want to write about? Get that in. You're so slow. Type. Cheers to you on a cheap bottle of cab. Test out, see what happens with me and booze tonight when I'm sick. Fuck it. Bugs Bunny from Lunchbox Chef. Let's go. Right, Bugs Bunny. I mean, so we'll start with, right, I think we can even update it. Write a story about Bugs Bunny. Do you want to add any details like involving something else? Maybe a quick plot line or what he might find, what he might do in, or an event, or where he is. But you got to be careful. It's a bit for want of a better term, woke. It's a bit like, you can't have Bugs Bunny saying the N word over and over again and getting beaten up in the ghetto. They can't. There might be a way. Bugs bachelor party. Okay. Write a story about Bugs Bunny. Thanks, Daniel 12. These fucking lazy bastards didn't say anything. Bugs Bunny on his. They're too busy with their hands full of booze. On his bachelor party. It starts well, but ends up in utter chaos. I think that might be a. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me just see what it says here. Bugs Bunny was having the time of his life at a bachelor party. His friends Daffy Duck and Porky Pig had planned the perfect evening from a local bar. The night started off well with the trio laughing and chatting over cold beers. They played a few rounds of pool and even challenged each other to a friendly game of darts. But things started to take a turn from the worst when Bugs Bunny decided to show off his dance moves on the bar's small dance floor. It was really getting into it, twirling and hopping around to the beat of the music. However, his wild gyrations ended up knocking over a table, which caused a chain reaction of accidents. And the chaos that ensued, glasses and bottles were smashed, tables were overturned, and food was scattered everywhere. The bar's owner, Elmer Fudd, was not happy about the mess and demanded that Bugs and his friends pay for the damages. But being the clever rabbit he is, Bugs managed to talk his way out of it by offering to perform a stand-up comedy routine for the patrons. Everyone was in stitches as Bugs cracked a joke after joke, and Elmer eventually relented and let them off the hook. But the chaos wasn't over yet. As the trio was leaving the bar, they stumbled upon a group of rowdy bikers. Bikers, they're just men who like being around other men, aren't they? Causing a disturbance on the street. Bugs, not one to back down from a challenge, decided to take them on. A wild and hilarious brawl ensued with Bugs and his friends fighting off the bikers with a series of quick jabs and cunning moves. In the end, they emerged victorious and returned home battered but victorious, just like my ass. Sometimes, whatever. As Bugs, your ass, whatever. It's your fault. As Bugs reflected on the crazy events of the evening, he couldn't help but feel grateful for his friends and the memories they created together. It may have been a chaotic bachelor party, but it's one he would never forget. There we go. I thought it was fun. It's nice, isn't it? That. I had a great. I got on this at about 7 p.m. last night, and it kicked me off at one point. It goes, "That's too many requests in an hour." But even I asked it later, is there a limit per hour? Yeah, oddly wholesome, right? And it said, "There's no limit to the requests you can ask me." I said, "You're a liar." I did a look. I was trying to ask it about the ethics of AI taking over humanity as well, but sometimes it's like I'm not getting involved. But you can question it back if it writes something like it writes a story. I can go, "That's great." Bring this back up. I can go, "That's great." Maybe even so. Yeah, that's great. But can you include Daniel getting into trouble for Twitch streaming? This might not work. Let's see. I spelled pizza wrong. Go fuck yourself. Here's a revised version of the story. Blah, blah, blah. We'll just find an annual bit. I've made it special need size for you guys. Yeah. Wild durations we're up to. Same story. So just repeat it, but it will change the details. Daniel, who had been streaming the whole scene on his laptop, quickly hit the stop button when he saw the mess. That's just what he did there. I did try and say pizza, but let him off the hook. However, Daniel was not so lucky. As they were leaving the bar, they were approached by a group of angry patrons who had been watching the stream and recognized Daniel as the person responsible for capturing the chaos on camera. Feeling guilty, Daniel apologized and offered to pay for the damages. The patrons grudgingly accepted his apology, cunts, and allowed the group to leave, but not before warning them to be more careful in the future. I think it's probably all over Daniel. I fucking love it. What a great little detail. Let's just do one here. Write a story about Daniel. He likes to stream on Twitch from his pizza place. People love watching food online. Daniel was a pizza maker. Daniel was a pizza maker who loved nothing more than streaming his craft on Twitch for the world to see. His pizza was so delicious and beautifully presented that he quickly gained a large following of followers. Meh. One night, Daniel was preparing a particularly mouth-watering margarita pizza. He heard a strange noise coming from outside his pizza place. He rushed to the window and was shocked to see a spaceship landing on the street. 3 aliens, and I assume they don't mean Mexicans, they might just mean Mexicans, emerged from the ship and approached Daniel. They told him they had been monitoring his streams and had noticed the pizzas were having a negative impact on the health of the people who watched them. We know what happened now. The aliens explained that while Daniel's pizzas may have tasted delicious, they were loaded with unhealthy ingredients that were contributing to the obesity epidemic on Earth. Your pizzas are making fat cunts out of Americans, Daniel. Daniel was shocked and saddened by the news. He had never realized that his pizzas were having such a negative impact on people's health. Daniel was retarded, okay? He immediately vowed to make a change and start experimenting with healthier ingredients for pizzas. The aliens were pleased with Daniel's commitment to improving the health of his viewers and decided to reward him with a special gift, a recipe for a delicious, healthy pizza that they enjoyed on their own planet. I thought they might just shove a probe up his old ass. With the help of the aliens recipe, Daniel's pizzas became even more popular than before. His viewers were thrilled to be able to indulge in delicious pizzas without feeling guilty about their health. And Daniel, grateful for the opportunity to make a positive change in the world, continued to stream his pizzas on Twitch, sharing his love of food with people all around the globe. I'd like it to be universal. I'd like it to go galactic after the aliens got involved. I'm the oldest person in the world, but I'm Hollywood 21. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened, exactly what could happen. You could just say, this is my grass pizza, this is my lettuce pizza, and I've changed the world. Agreed. There we go. Christmas car here today. Is it Christmas car? I don't know. I can't talk. So kind of Christmas is done, right? I had 7 hours of it, of my life was Christmassy. And then I've just been fucking moody and coffee, and not really moody, but just like, it took me about 6 hours to get going each day, bumbling around the house and then just getting back in the bed and watching shit. I don't know if it's Christmas car. Manharanthmas. Or do I need to mime it for Higgy? Manaranth. Mass found on my neck during a mirror viewing post shower. Have yourself a merry man, soul. Gracias. Cheeseburger pizza with lettuce before. There we go. I'm sure you've seen it. Chef's Table Pizza on Netflix was fascinating to me. I just love pizza. I'm gonna start making dough, not on your level or anything, but just shitty dough. This weekend actually, and make up some batch. But just see it. There's all these people had these different ideas. There was Korean. I think there was two guys from Italy, but the story is about their life stories as well. It's really interesting. And there was one vegan chick that just had like flowers and shit, not just flowers and shit, but it'd have like petals on there and all that kind of stuff, with a bit of cheese. But there was some great stuff apart from the kimchi pizzas. I'm not sure if I like those, but I'd definitely try. Oh, there we go. It's like you've had an accident and now you're deaf, and you just walk around going, "Put it on my asshole." We will deal with you the same way. We will make this is an inclusive stream. We will make sure that you are fully informed. Higiki was a deaf man who liked to stream Twitch. Write me a story about this. Higiki was a deaf man, always loved technology and the internet. Despite his hearing impairment, he was determined to find a way to connect with others and share his passions with the world. Okay, we can do this. Do it for the deaf kid. Yeah, fucked. One day, he discovered Twitch, a platform that allowed him to live stream his hobbies and interests to a global audience. Excited, what's his hobby? Not hearing. Excited by this opportunity, he set up his own channel and began streaming his favorite activities, such as playing video games, cooking, and even signing in American Sign Language, ASL. At first, Higiki streamed was small, not many people knew about them. But his word began to spread. This unique and talented deaf streamer, yeah, he's not blind, is it? I could make him blind like that. So his viewership started to grow. People were fascinated by Higiki's perspective and his ability to communicate in ASL. They enjoyed watching him play games and cook. He wouldn't hear the house burning down, would he? And many of them learned some basic ASL signs from him. All right, hi. Higiki was thrilled by the positive response from his viewers and grateful for the platform that allowed him to share his passion with the world. Always gets a bit. He continued to stream regularly, but in a strong community of loyal followers. Were they deaf? I don't know. Who inspired by determination and dedication. Thanks to Twitch, Higiki was able to overcome the barriers that his hearing impairment and created and connect with the people all around the world. It always ends with that, right? It was living proof that with hard work and determination, anyone can achieve their dreams, make a difference in the world. Wholesome. These wholesome city blues. Yeah, so I don't know if you have Netflix, Chef's Table Pizza, and one of the episodes is about a Korean, I think it was a female Korean, US. I can't remember what city she was in. But it was fucking great because it does all their backstories. I think that's quite an emotional episode about her parents and everything as well. Like, they're not proud of her because she wants to make pizza. They're like, fuck you, be a doctor or whatever Korean parents do. But in the end, she opens these beautiful restaurants. And some of the I might be getting two of the episodes confused as well, but some of the recipes were really nice as well, like really nice. And the two Italian episodes are great. The New York guy that moved again, I can't remember. Does he move to Arizona? Does he move to Texas? Can't remember. But he moves out in the sticks somewhere, and his mind is to reinvent pizza. Can't remember any of their names. But Chef's Table Pizza food recommendation. Oh, that's right. Suaro. When I say Saharo, it's a speech impediment. I will not let Brett Brock bully me again, goddammit. If I say war, I mean whore, or whatever, the other way round. Saguero. Brilliant. Yeah, that's right, because you were watching it. Someone recommended it to me, and then I saw you tweeting about it at the same time. And the universe coalesced and made me watch it as well. Great. And I need to catch up with the Taco Chronicles. They did a season 2 and I think a season 3. The Taco Chronicles is phenomenal. Taco sellers in Mexico City gets me excited. Follows each different fucking taco maker, getting his bike and getting the flour, buying all that and all the different shit you can buy, and it follows a day. And that's on my bucket list, I guess, in the next couple of years, to get over to Mexico and fucking eat street tacos and try not to shit myself onto some sort of homeless 3-legged dog, because in South and Central America, they don't care about dogs. What's she talking about? Suaro. So I can hit that, but I can't talk normally. Each day, though, Christmas Day, it was like... I had to ask my niece, my sister's child, my goddaughter, to give me diarrhea tablets on Christmas Day. I was like, you got Imodium. She's like, what? Because she has the same issues as me, but she dealt with them at a younger age. It's like, give us your shit pills, bitch. And each day, that's my goddaughter, by the way. Oh, yeah, at her christening, I held her up with one hand and did that because I was on Molly from the night before. It was coming down. During her christening. That's my goddaughter. But she's grown up now, and she gave me diarrhea tablets on Christmas Day while they're asking for one, while sounding like a man who swallowed lots of penises that have got cheese grated glued to the outside of the penises. Oh, well, could have some shit pills, goddaughter. So, yeah. My normal range, I'm below that, and now it's all croaky. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, what do you stream on Twitch when you can't talk? Why do you do that when you can't talk? Do it with a bit of a Manchester accent as well, you fucking nothing. All right. I might, actually. Cheers. Merry New Year. Easter. Good. Next. Brett's almost got time for you to stream, my friends. Swallow. We'll find Chef's Table Pizza Season 2 sometime tomorrow. Chef's Table Pizza is only probably a year or two away. They'll definitely do a Season 2. Daniel, fucking look out for the thing and pretend you've invented, like, I don't know, bunny pizza about a dream you had about aliens and Bugs Bunny and have a rabbit pizza. Suhara, I'm keeping it. Can't believe someone you made a godfather. Very on brand new high. well, it wasn't in. My sister was really good to me as a kid. It's why I can read, why I was smarter than the rest of my dumb family and all that. And I looked after kids with her. And when my first niece was born, I was like 10 when I was an uncle. Changed nappies, diapers, all that shit. Did all that. Saw the little vaginas full of shit at like 10 years old. I don't know. I didn't. I definitely just looked at it. Fucking hell. My family are watching. But anyway, I did all that. Was disgusting. Just hogging the phlegm. But yeah, so I was always good with kids. And when my sister had that, she had two, had an experimental contraceptive, then had two more, right? So we called them the little ones. They're both fucking grown up now. My nephew's going to come to university here next year. So we're going to be hanging out like mates and doing the Eiffel Tower with hooers. It wasn't an intention. What happened was I went out to a beautiful 15th century pub with my friends that was in Four Wonders of Funeral called the King's Arms in Amersham. Google it, the King's Arms, Amersham. Beautiful. And my friend slid me Molly. And we took a load of it and stayed up all night. And I was just looking in the mirror. And then the next day, though, I got in at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And the next day, I was like, oh, my mum knocked on the door. I was like, we've got to go to the church. And I'm like, fine. Well, let's go to the church. And then I'm just stood around this fucking water bowl with these nerds that are into God and that. And my eyes are just fucking bigger than my own head. And I'm waiting for my turn. They're like, will you fucking protect? Yeah, sure. I'll give her drugs when she's 18. Still haven't, by the way. So it wasn't intentional, but it did happen. And her little brother is coming here. When he was born, I got so drunk because the local pub shut down. And we were stealing all the fucking furniture and all that shit. I missed his christening at the church. I missed it. I just woke up, was like, ah! I went to the after party though, and got drunk there. So they came in. Those two kids, my niece and those particular niece and nephews, I've got 6 of them, came into the world just fucking understanding that I had a problem. So there we go. Only day away. Did I say better or better? Because I grew up saying better, but then I started saying better when I could pronounce. When I started doing real jobs that needed big words saying. I know I did this. Big words. Big, thin penises, long and thin, go too far in. Big words. So I'm fine. 2 sips of wine. This is 2 sips of wine. It'll be a fun night. If the accent get out of town. Yeah. Yeah. I want to find the picture because they were like, you have to have a picture. I was like, fucking take one then. Bang! That must exist, and I want to badger my my sister for those pictures because she's probably got them. There were real pictures back then, probably, but she was She's a printer outer of pictures. Even now, she likes having physical photographs. I like the idea of it. I don't want the mess. The backwards thick accent. I don't know what that means. Which one? That's weird. Weird and offensive. A little bit weirded out and offended. I turned down an Odam yesterday because I can't talk, dude. Turns out I can muddle through. It's almost certainly COVID, but I don't give a fuck. I've infected everyone. Jail Fauci or whatever. Whatever. What was I going to say? I don't know. Anyway, very quiet January coming up. There will be streams, there will be stuff. Me and Shannon will get on. I've got to try and speak to her. I can't send this microphone to her yet, and the postal system's fucked. So we're going to get on and do some episodes together. I'm hoping she'll come on, and she'll be on almost every week together. That's the plan. But it's just tough. She's always fucking phoning to my phone, and it's here, and there's a laptop phone going, oh, Jim's just come home, and they're playing bass in the other room. There we go. But New Year's Day, I'm right in the fucking bones of that show we're doing next year. That's why I'm, and then I'm going to South America in January. Shh, don't tell anyone. Remember, kid, it's not getting Christmas, but now I feel like we have to have Christine. Yeah, just do a fake one. Just do like, don't even have the kid there. Just bring a doll, and just I'll come and I'll take Molly and we'll have a good time. Not a want but need. Yes. I approve of this plan. The stresses are going to have this month because I'm going to go away. I've realised even that and the US trip, my passport's going to be within 6 months. I need a new one, and it's fucking complicated. I've got to go to Liverpool. Got to go. What kind of Liverpool accent do you want? Do you want a bit of a fucking John Lennon one, or a bit of a Paul McCartney one? You know, what a real Liverpool accent, Daphne. I go to fucking Liverpool to the passport office to get a fast track appointment. They charged me like nearly $200. Betty designed the fucking system. I've got to go there, but it was complicated because I can't get post in this building easily because I won't even go into that, but it's difficult. But when I got here, my new driving license was fucking here with a 10-year-old picture. So I need ID from this. I just moved here. I can't prove I live here. So this driving license will prove I live here. My old passport will prove that I have the same identity. You can't use the same identity document as an ID document and address. It's wild. But now the stress is down. I've got this. I've got my passport. I can go to Liverpool a week Monday. have a fucking face-to-face. I got all the bullshit. Get someone to counter sign the application, pictures, all this stuff. Might better do digital. And then that should take 8 days because I'm doing it on the day of the week, or the time of the day I'm doing it. It will take 8 days. So I'll get the passport on the 16th. I need it for the 24th. Because if I do it the regular way, it could take up to 10 weeks now, and that's fucking wild. And then, I'm going to get some sun at the end of January, and I can't really afford it, and I'm just going to do it anyway, and I might die. Or I might stay in Brazil. All right, I'm going to Brazil. I might stay there again and just not get on the plane home again. I know I might do that. But then this week I've really got to look at the US of A because I'm due to go on the end of Feb. I'll be coming back from Brazil on like the 14th of February. Valentine's Day. Might make an old queef on the plane. I'm supposed to come to America 2 weeks later, but I think that's a bit much. I think it's a bit much financially. So I'm going to look into moving that trip. Just bump it a month. If I can bump it a month and that won't cost me a lot to bump it, then I'll do it. If it's going to cost me a cunt load to bump it, I'll probably just go and I'll be out in America on the 28th. But February, in March, I'll be out in the US. It might be at the beginning or at the end. That's and then, overlap into the next month. February to March or March to April. It'll be one of those choices. So it's not going to be that long away. I just might have to bump something. I'll do an Edinburgh accent, folks. Yeah, can I be like the Tarantino priest from the Adam Sandler movie? Was he a priest or was he just a homeless guy? I can't remember. Yeah, but that's Birmingham, it's such a gross fucking accent. If you go to Birmingham, you see the people with 3 eyes that live there. It's 2 hours away. Or I've got mates in Birmingham, mate, and they all talk like this. This is how they talk in Birmingham. You want to fucking blow me accent, mate? This is what it's at. And this is a good one, no. This is a good one that can actually use their fucking words. That one a bit scouse. Words. What's Birmingham? What's Birmingham for words? What can use F? All right, mate. I'm from Birmingham. I am. I use my words. Probably words. Close to words. Words. You know. Try to make our accent popular from Peaky fucking Blinders. In fact, I went up on stage at this festival that I missed last year, because I always abuse this fucking 3-eyed crowd up there. I love the place, but the first thing I said was like Peaky Blinders, more like I used a homophobic slur for the name. That's how I opened the fucking, and they just stared at me for the next 5 minutes. So yeah, I did that. Peaky Benders or something I called them. An Edinburgh accent. It depends. So Scottish is cool. He's like, you're a Glaswegian. You want to fucking do that, Jimmy? All that. Edinburgh, it's a little bit softer, a bit more like, I'd say like this, but the variation, even with the Edinburgh, even someone from Edinburgh's going to go, you piece of shit. If we bald guy was in here, I think he's Glaswegian. But my friend's posh Glasgow, so it's a bit different if you've got money. And Edinburgh's got a bit of a variation as well, but on the whole, it's a little bit Edinburgh. A little bit like that. But at the same time, there's a great TikTok with an American student. It's like, hi, at the festival this year. He's like, hi, I'm here in Edinburgh. And all you can hear is, Edinburgh, you swat. And he's like, oh, sorry, fuck off. It's a great video clip. So there's also that as well. So yeah, the variation bit, it's very in the middle. A bit like McCartney. If you're thinking of, I can't do a McCartney now, I'm thinking about it, but if you're thinking about it, sort of in the middle of Scouse, Edinburgh's a bit like that with Scottish. On the whole, Glasgow's on the edge. But again, even in Glasgow, there's a whole range. Basically, if you come from money or not, or your real trash version, then it gets rougher, doesn't it? And the Scots have also got their own language as well. There's a girl I follow called Lentil Pentel on Twitter. She does, I like that, Scots word of the day. And she does the Scottish word of the day. It's like, but in Scots. It's quite interesting. Quite an interesting little account. Weird. There we were. Now here we are. It's just difference, isn't it? Big Clive. Brat, you going live in a few minutes, or what's the deal? Let me retweet you over here. Not retweet you. Let me refresh my Twitter. Surely you're on by 8. An hour? Don't make it late for me, my friend. Although I'll be glad to drink this bottle of wine with you. Depends which one though, Chrissy, doesn't it? Because is it like Ewan McGregor? Because that's very soft. Or is it like a scumbag from the dock? Like, yeah, fucking yeah, let's get out of here. It's the same as saying American accent or British accent the same. My accent, in my opinion, I've got a normal one, right? But we all think that, because a lot of Americans in the 90s would think, oh, Hugh Grant is a British. It's like, I just stutter. I fucking and in this pub that we're filming here, in about 7 years' time, Carl Mann's going to come in here and he's going to take Molly and he's not going to go to his niece's christening. So I've got a scar from that scene in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I've got a scar on my wrist where I punched in a window when I was inside the hotel they used for the interior, and the pub they used for the exterior was where I took Molly. And I've got 100 stories from that fucking bar. A beautiful, 15th century town, and you've got me roaming around it in the 2000s, being an absolute cunt. Oh, Chris, get a new one. Get a new one for now. Let's not get into that too much, but I assume you pressed the peel, right, and gave solid reasons. I was joking with my friend. This has got to be a mistake. Did you know as well that a lot of those people that regulate those tweets, they're like Filipino contractors or whatever, but there's a lot from the Philippines that are just contractors. So you give them like a penny for the day or whatever, and some fucking bamboo, whatever. Don't ever go at me. And they just like, we think this is offensive, so they're the people blocking it. So the algorithm might find something, but a lot of it is also gets pushed to them. So there are a lot of cases where people get banned, and it's a misunderstanding of language or intent as well. It's fucking wild. But we'll see. I don't know what the alternative to that is, but rubber bandits. I can't remember. It's all of them. What, all those Filipinos? Yeah, I know. Chrissy, massive racist. Get her off all platforms. I know what you meant. I just thought I'd have fun. Oh, those motherfuckers. So yeah, it's wild. I wonder what their decision tree is, because it's like, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but what would their decision tree be? So if because you've had a couple of flags before, right? So probably if you've had a couple of flags, like I have, I've had 2 serious ones. I'm surprised I'm not already suspended. I'm sure it would. If I was dealing with it, it'd be like, we'll put all those people in this fucking data set. You're in the bad sin bin. And then if there's any transgressions, you probably get a perma ban, but it has to be a legitimate one though. So it's the process of checking whether that's legitimate. A human should have looked at it, but is that a human contractor from the Philippines, or is it someone in a he's pissed off and hungover, or they're not really paying attention to their job? That's what I think goes on a lot of the time in practice. It's not Elon Musk banning people, and it's not really algorithms doing it, although those will change. But in practice, it's probably some fucking moron who's not even bothered to look at it. They probably got to deal with 1,000. And they're like, oh, this bitch swearing. Oh, are they mocking someone's religion? Ow. That's probably what it is. The way I can think about how that would work in a system. But yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. We all know it's crazy. But there's madness. So I had a friend of mine, Sam, actually, who I did the Gentle Arrogance with. He got banned. It pissed me off because he always used to fucking fight with people on there. And he got banned multiple times. And then, give me a second. Put some heating on it. Yeah, I can afford it. I'm not a scumbag. What can I do here? Yeah, he got banned multiple times. And then, but we had a podcast account for that Gentle Arrogance thing, and he got that banned, and that fucking pissed me off because I knew he'd fighting people on there. But I saw the same pattern. But what I mean is, he got banned from like whatever account, but his other accounts he can still use. Now, the way they go, we will ban any other accounts you open. It's on your device, IMEI. I think the code is. So every device has a unique identifier, and that's available to Twitter or whoever, YouTube. So they technically will ban your account, but if they see the IMEI that's linked to that somewhere else, that they could ban that. So if you set up another phone, they could ban that. However, Anthony Cumia got away with it for fucking years, although I'm sure he's got loads of iPads and all the rest of it. And yeah, my mate got away with it for a while, but he only got banned again because he fucked him. You know, he was a dick, and that they met. It's not getting into a massive Twitter conversation, but basically, yeah, you can probably open another account and get away with it. Coffee is percolating. That's why it's going to be an hour away. Yeah, I didn't know Napo. I only knew about him about 18 months ago from Jamie, and then didn't speak to him until September. But when I saw him, he was already Kelp Nate. I think he'd been Matt Napo. It'd probably been my Nate Kelp. He's probably been Mind Dog. Yeah. But it depends on the devices it's used, I guess. It might be the device it's registered. That's interesting. The other way we would do IP, but then that would be in a household through the router. So yeah, I don't know. It's annoying though, because I got one. I don't know what I got my first one for. I went back and deleted one tweet. Did I delete it? I'm going to write some code that's going to mine my own Twitter. Actually, I started to do it the other day. It's going to look through everything, and I might delete a couple from the past. I had a fucking point, and I can do it for anyone that's on here. So if you've ever dropped an N word in 2011 when it was fine, I can find out. No, I had a fucking point. I don't know what my point was. It was Twitter related. Oh yeah. So I got something for something. I don't know what. And then Tom Segura. No. Some said what comedian's voice would you like in a sat nav? And I said retarded. I just quote tweeted it, said retarded Tom Segura and tagged him because there's a great joke on their podcast where Christina P starts doing a retarded version of his bits. It's like, oh, my Tyson. It's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. And she's dribbling water onto her tits and stuff. It's great. So I just said retarded Tom Segura. And as I pressed tweet, it went when you were in fucking trouble. So that was they had obviously got in a bit of trouble. For whatever reason, at that month they were on a retard binge, and it just went that month. It just went bang. You will get a perma ban if you step out of line. I was like, what? I didn't fucking get to upset anyone. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, anyway, right? But it's more okay to say it. So that's my second one. So I'm on 2, I guess, 2 strikes, and I have said stuff that I'm sure would warrant a ban, but who knows? Strange times. Yeah, on the same device. Yeah, there must be now. What they might do is make it more efficient, and to be honest, I think they will. If I was running it, I would make it extremely efficient, but then I wouldn't be, a ban evasion. I mean, but I don't think it is. I don't honestly just set. The worst that can happen is that gets banned. Who cares? Then you just need a new device, and we'll crowdfund you a new device, even if it's an iPad or not an iPad. Yeah, whatever. We'll get you a new device, Chrissy, at some point. Not immediately. I'm spending all my money on international travel again. Let me just change. Oh, fuck me. Sorry, this might have been too loud for you. How's that for volume? I'm sorry. The gain thing on the bottom of this mic is crazy. Can you pick it up? It's on the bottom, so it can go all over the place. So let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I've been banned for being a bitch. I've been banned for Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. And not in your case, but sympathetically, if you're dealing with fucking that much data, you have to have a system to automate some of it. Hang on, that's being cold. I'm getting cold air blown on me. It's my mother's cunt. Let me turn it up. That might work. Yeah. You have to have an automated system, which is fucking complicated, and then you have to have a human check, which is then problematic if, as a capitalist society, you farm out contract work to Asia, for instance, like where Matt Napo gets all his subscribers from. So, that's probably the reality of it. It's just a fucking pain in the ass for us when you want to. I fucking misunderstood it and I'm permabanned. Because Ari Shafir got permabanned for saying he'll break into Bert Kreischer's house and kill him and his family, which is, got permabanned. But because he was with, and still is, a high-level talent agency, that agency got onto Twitter at a higher level and went, that was a joke. We don't have that. The only agents I know, I won't go near him because one's married to a fucking idiot and the other one drives a shit car and eats shit food. And he's a tour manager, not an agent. And I that's why I'd avoid it, because it's like my mate Greg went pro last year with no agent. But I know a guy who's got a tour manager, and he's fucking awful. This comic, awful. Whoa, nice enough guy to me, but he's not good. He's got a tour manager, and I spent a whole night going through this tour manager's personal Facebook because he's got it open. I spent a whole night going right through his fucking life and just screenshotting everything to all my comedian friends going, yeah, if a guy thinks he can help you make it, check what food he eats, check what car. It doesn't have to be a Bentley, right? It doesn't have to be. It shouldn't be a car that's breaking down, though, because if he can't help himself, what the fuck is he going to do for you? That's my logic. So yeah, I'll hide in a bush outside your house if you claim to fucking help me, prick. I don't know where that came from. To it, man. Anyway, it sucks, Chrissy. I'm sorry. David, tell us that live. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Yeah, when I come out there, I'd be disappointed if it, because Attell does a lot of road work, but he's also, a lot of these road comics on a Tuesday and Wednesday back in the home city. Weekends historically are Thursday to Sunday in the US. So I would hope that I can catch Attell, because what I'm planning, New York, beginning and end of the trip, and I'll do all 7 calendar days of the week. Like the first part, I can't remember, it might be Thursday to Tuesday, and the second one might be Wednesday to Saturday. But I want all cover all the days of the week so I can get not only to do some mics and stuff out there, but also to do some to see some comedy that I want to see. Or I think I might get on that Tuesday and Wednesday to go and see something cool. Probably go to a Skanks taping on the Monday, and go to the Cellar. Caroline just shutting down. So Cellar, Stand Up New York, New York Comedy, Fat Black Pussycat, which is owned by the Cellar, I think. And just catch enough of them. And I should, if he's not on a proper tour, which I don't think he does, he's sort of more in and out, I think. I'd hope that I'll go and see Attell. And I'll pretend to smoke and have a cigarette with him outside. All right, Dave, I smoke. It's cancer. It's cancer. Fuck 6 months, cunt. Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Let me plug this bad boy in, and I don't mean my butt plug. I mean my laptop. This happened twice, so I've just let it slide. I don't even remember. This reminds me of being in Brazil. Do you remember when I had that cough for 6 weeks? That's what makes me think it might be COVID, and that I gave COVID to my 72-year-old mother and very physically and mentally unwell brother. That's what makes me think that. Because it's not as harsh though, I'd say, overall. I feel shit in the morning, so it's hard to get out of bed once I'm up and showered and all that. Then I feel a bit better, but yeah, it's hanging on in the old throat. And then when I'm laid down, let me mute that. I remember that being so sick in that hotel room in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, just being so fucking ill, trying to do podcasts and just dying. And there was one where I recorded offline, and I had to go through it and edit each cough out. It's like, and I put a bare face on me because I look so. It's such a bad one. But I tried. See, even when I'm dying. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around.
It's just a bit more comfortable to speak here. Not really. It's very thick.
Indeed. So, best Christmas present. Anyone get a nice Christmas present? I got socks. When I opened them, I went, "Are these queer? Are these queer socks?" They were toesies, like slipper socks, and I was like, "What?" I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, are they? Actually, I put them on. Bloody love them. I had these on for 2 days. Got another set in there. Can I have these on 2 days? They come up my leg like this, look like the fucking Grinch, but they're pretty comfortable, I have to say. So I'm happy. Mum was right. Ring, towels, and a skirt. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I got socks. I got lots of fucking crisps. I got chocolate. Oh, I got some coasters. Hang on. Nice ones. Well, 90s indie coasters that Chrissy will hate. Give me a second. God gave rock and roll and I'm Ram's tits to you. Gave rock and roll and I'm Ram's tits to you. Put it in the soul of her asshole to everyone. Here's an Oasis ticket, but they're heavy coasters, right? Yeah. And I got 4 of them, but they're music tickets from the 90s recreated. The reason I love this one, Monday, 5th of September, 1994. The reason I love this one, the Hacienda, the venue is the Hacienda, which is over the fucking road for me. So I like this. But they are heavy, and they're like stone or something. But when I knock one off a table, it's going to break, isn't it? I've got 4 of them, but they're all ticket stubs from the 90s. So that's made me very happy. In fact, let's put my wine on one. Yeah. I like this one just because I live near it. And I got, what else did I get? I don't really like getting presents. I'm really embarrassed, right? I didn't open half of them till like the 28th. I got beer. I got beer for Christmas, but I couldn't bring it back. I had too much shit with me and I wasn't driving. So it's all down there. Quite a lot of beer. I got some chili sauce in one of my bags. I got some chili and garlic sauce off my sister. They're homemade. Company that she knows made them, so can't wait to try that out. In fact, I'll have some tomorrow to help with this cold. Take off the ring and skirt, just keep the towel. Because you're only little. And also, it's kind of traditional as well, isn't it? I saw your traditional tree and the gifts and all that. Here we did a bastardized version. We just have chocolate advent calendars, which I haven't had for years. It's always shitty chocolate. And when I was at school, I'd open like 10 at once. And like, or what my brother would do, because he was a fat cunt, he would steal my advent chocolate and he would go into like door 3. He would fucking get like, he would cut around the back with wire or something into some others and tip them all out of door 3 and fucking just eat them. And I'd come home from school going, I've saved my advent calendar for when I get home. Open door 4, there's fucking nothing. I'm like, what? Must be weird. Door 5, nothing. That's what that cunt would fucking do. Stole all my shit. I could pull up the skirt up over my teeth. Jesus. Made it Christmassy to the end. Had the good bits, absolutely. Why hide that pizza, Daniel? Indeed. How's work going though, Lunchbox Chef? How's your place? How is it? Any problems that you need us to take care of? Is it going all right? £10 later, coffee is percolated. The mouse clip. Oh man, I've got to get this on a sound clip. I'll do that tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm committing myself to write for 3 to 4 hours for the first time ever because I need to get some shit done. But yes, I'm a creative person. I'm an artist. But I'm gonna dig out that sound clip of stand up saying that. I've got it somewhere. And that's going to be on a soundboard that will first be digital, but when I get a new mixer and all that next year, I'll have it to play. As soon as you come in the chat, glitter is shaped like a mouse. Perfect. £10 later. Yeah, I remember when I went back to school, I was doing like a sociology class, and there were some girls in there were like, "Oh my god, I've put on 2 pounds." And to be fair to her, we had this Scottish teacher. She was cool. And she was like, "That's just a big shit." Like, shut up! That's just a big shit. What about £2 for? Yeah, fucking right. I could drop a £2 or £3, no problem. Dave Mashband song. Yeah, I'm going to dig it out. I'm going to isolate the clip. Well, I could send. I just need to find the timestamp. Really, it won't be difficult. No, because I don't watch things at times and of nights. Isn't that already on? Is it released on Netflix today? I thought it was already out. Maybe it's out here. I haven't seen the first one, so I want to. I've heard it's got good reviews, and I like different movies like that. So that fucking thing is cutting me off there. So yeah, I need to watch the first one. Do you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? Well, tonight I was going to watch Avatar on the telly, and tomorrow go to like an IMAX 3D and watch The Way of Water for 3.5 hours. I know it's a shit plot, but I've heard it's a nice, fun experience, so I might do it. But I might get up in the morning and watch the first one, and then go watch the other one. So I'll have like 5.5 hours of it. I'm just interested in the technology as well, so that's my excuse. But yeah, Glass Onion. I want to see both of those. Oh no, it's Knives Out, isn't it? And then Glass Onion, Knives Out, Glass Onion. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then anything else that Daniel Craig does from now on is going to be fucking pathetic, like the advert. But this looks alright if he can just hang out and just do like detective stuff. Don't go running around anymore, Daniel. So Blake's the only ones away themselves for last week. No, but I didn't have my bathroom scales, and I'm running about 70 miles in January. In theory, it's going to be tough. First, I'm sick when I start, probably, and I'm going to end the month in South America. So, yeah, but I tend to lose some weight anyway. But yeah, I've done it. I've definitely done it for sure, and I've lost considerable weight. But you should weigh yourself after you take a shit in the mornings. When you weigh yourself, right, that is your base weight. Because you eat a meal and you could be 4 pounds heavier. Because I can eat 4 pounds of food, no problems, and it's just in you. That's how weight works. And people don't think about, I weigh myself at 6, I weigh myself tomorrow afternoon. Oh, I'm fluctuating. Yeah, because you're putting fluid and solid things in your body, and they stay in there. You fucking dick. There we go. James Watch Party. Nice. Had the fun movies. Being high, yeah. I gotta get high. I gotta get high. Yes, Chrissy. Fancy feasting your low soon. Put pictures up. Do all that. Is it New Year's Eve tomorrow? Isn't it? Yeah. It's New Year's Eve today. Let me turn this fucking light down. It's almost as if I look sick. Where's the bastard? Hey, you bastard. Ugh. Yeah, New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna cook. I could either cook a load of pizza dough and start making pizzas tomorrow, or I might do Mexican. I'm leaning towards Mexican. I can put a fuck ton of it. I mean, make like a big tray of enchiladas and what about a mountain of nachos with jalapenos, cheese, salsa, guac, all that fucking shit in a pile, and then a big tray of enchiladas, and I can basically have all those nachos and half the enchiladas. That'll do me. And then I'm going to add extra cheese and jalapenos. I've got some fucking ghost chilies, dried ghost chilies in there, which I think are boot chilongas, right, in that cupboard. But I think that might be a bit much. But I am going to make, Daniel as well. That AI thing will give you recipes. I know Google will as well, but I asked for recipes for those dried chilies, and it's like, yeah, fucking make this salsa, make that. Stick it up your ass. But I think they might be a bit much for the enchiladas, so I'm going to do jalapenos, cheese. Yes, let's do Nacho Hill and enchiladas, and I'm going to make, maybe not drink, maybe depends how I feel, and I'm going to watch like 2 movies. That's got to be the thing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, put pics on Twitter. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on Instagram, you bitch. I'll retweet them. Yeah, put them on Twitter as Christmas Lizard. Lobster beast. Yeah, I can't eat seafood, but it sounds good. Then beef Wellington sounds good. Yeah, she's a show off. Yeah, she likes a good pizza, and then it comes to drinks, and you go out on a date and you haven't got much money. Do you remember those days? And it's like, wow, what would you like? A pint of liquidized lobster, please. And that's why women get killed. And quite frankly, I'm not mad at it all the time. Sometimes, yeah, I'll kill a pint of liquidized lobster. Yeah, get her whatever she wants, and then when she's in the toilet, just leave. She's got to get that bill. No, thank you. That's why women get killed. What's wrong with me? It's Christmas. Oh, it's going to be good. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty good. I'll put myself in debt to pay for people. I'm a fucking idiot. I thought, yeah, I'll get it. I'll get the bill. And then I spend like 2 weeks eating noodles. Hasn't happened for a while, obviously, but now I live in a city with the red wine and the bottle of cheap cab. Ah. Oh, the cancer. It's caught up with me. I think it was Ricky Gervais that talked about rape jokes. And he said, what do you mean rape jokes can't be funny? Imagine Elmer Fudd finally catching Bugs Bunny and then just raping him. Remember that? He said that on the radio like 20 years ago. Yeah, you're right. There's always a funny perspective. Cheers, OGM. Yeah, I don't like gifts, but then I do sometimes. I'm learning to accept. But I'll let someone buy me dinner. I don't give a fuck. I've told my nog if we meet, I've told him I want beer, burger. That's what I want. And he can mouth off on his little YouTube channel all he wants. I'll get him in a fucking headlock and squeeze it till he has a stroke. If he doesn't, get me a beer, yeah, burger. There we go. Look at that. Look at that little me sucking off a big black beast down there. I need to make that a bit bigger. The cock. No, I need to, zoom in a bit there. They were my first little emotes. I might make some more. That's what I'll do on my time off as well over the next week. Already time off, but I got probably a lot of downtime. I haven't got any downtime. I'm just talking absolute shit. I just really haven't got any downtime apart from tomorrow. But I've got some motivation. No, it's not New Year motivation. It's coincided with it being the New Year, like it did last year. Yeah, Broadcasting Corporation, that's right. Oh, have you seen the BBC? Yes, I have. And quite frankly, it's disgusting. Propelling that myth into the fucking print media in the 90s. What's wrong with you? Exactly. British Broadcasting Corporation. Agreed, yes. Agreement. Yeah. Well, this lasted longer than I thought it would. Look at that fucking brat. Said he'd do his in an hour or whatnot. But I'm enjoying the wine. Brett's going to come on in like fucking whatever. His mother. We'll raid into Brett anyway. Yeah, it's weird. I was kind of looking forward to the Christmas break, and I've had a break, and I've seen my family and all that stuff. It's nice, but kind of ruined it by being sick. I'm not really bitching, but it's just like, fuck, I wanted to do more. I want to see my other brother. I've not seen him since like another family member's funeral like 18 months ago, and it's just like, fuck. 3 weeks ago when I was up, I was like, I'm coming to come and see. We couldn't work it out. He's a fucking nightmare anyway. I don't want to be in his company because they'll go in his house and he'll be lounged on his sofa in his underpants, and he's really fat. And he'll be shouting at his wife because he can't even make a cup of tea. Do you want a cup of tea? Make him a cup of tea. And that's my little bit. And then he'll be shouting in my ear. And he'll be going, you know that girl that died of cancer, don't you? And I go, which one? This one. Oh, no, actually, I don't know. Yeah, he does. He knows her. No, I don't. Who fucking knows her? Where's that tea? That's visiting that brother. But he's my brother, and I love him. But, yeah, I didn't get to see that one, unfortunately. But I need to because he might die soon. You know? So I've got to... But then I'm going to Brazil. I'm coming back. I'm going to America. I've got fucking business to sort out. You know, hopefully I'll see him by the spring. But when I even seen him for not 2 weeks, there's a risk. He's like, he's going to die in the next 2 weeks. The spring seems a long way off. I was there. I was in that town for 3.5 months after I come back from Brazil. Didn't see him once. We lived like 1 mile. We lived a mile away. Remember that sound? They showed you a pig of the Thames. Yeah, I'll dig it out. So it's like Thames TV. What would it be called? Placeholder. Let's say it is. Okay, no, it's written anime. Oh, I've made whores. Thames. Yeah. So this would come up. God, hang on. Give me a second. Share this tab instead. Bow, 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 bow. At the start of tunes, no, not tunes, TV shows, this would come up. The Thames. That's Tower Bridge, American, not London Bridge. Yeah. And then at the beginning, and then when the TV show went off, it went beep. It just have a girl and a clown. And what's the noughts and crosses about? Like, he's going to fuck her if she doesn't win. I need to write that down. Someone might have already said it. Now, if I message myself, is the clown going to fuck the girl? Or nearly message it to my mum. Is the clown going to fuck the girl if he wins? I better put some context so I could wake up to that tomorrow. Yeah, I almost texted that to my mother. Anyway, yeah, that's what you mean, isn't it? Bow, 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 bow. What was the her to? I don't know. I don't know what's going on either. But that film, I'll take the real deal. Cute Black Rooster. Yeah, you like to propagate xenophobic myths. I have beef welly at times with another restaurant. Yeah, never been to a Ramsay restaurant. I did learn to cook steak off him though, and spicy wedges, and I've forgotten and I kind of make a half-ass attempt now. That's my claim to fame. Ages. Why not? Of course you do. Hey, Solvan, didn't see it. Well, I really didn't see you there. Just catching up. I'm just doing a mind dog. Except mind dog will go from the bottom of the chat and then pick another one and then pick number 42, number 37, number 52. Rubber ducky. Why don't I understand this conversation? Yes, what? Oh, yeah, My wife left me. It was used to calibrate televisions. Mr. Dave Lister, how are you doing? Dave Lister. Now, Dave Lister is a character you should all know. Chrissy will, because he's a fan of British TV. Dave Lister was the last human, and he's from Liverpool. And it's from a TV show called Red Dwarf, which is great. And Coronation Street, which is about 2 miles from here, is the set from Coronation Street. He went on to be in that, like a long-running soap, and was pictured regularly arriving to work on crack still. just on crack. Played by Craig Charles. He's also a DJ. Some of my Somerset friends know his crew, and they're always, back in the day, a lot of cocaine going around. So my pet's tapped on my leg and on his shoulder. That's right. Got the tats. Nice, Alven. How far did you walk today? Yeah, I didn't drink from the 25th until today, like Christmas Day. I had 3 drinks and went to fucking bed. I've been so sick, but I got a bottle of red wine to come out and do this before Brock stream, and then I'm going to get some beers, and then I'm going to see what happens. It's going to end badly. I'm going to get all husky. Yeah, I'm a Spurs fan. This accent in Liverpool, I'm a Spurs fan. But Liverpool, it's an hour away, and I've got to go there to the fucking passport office a week. If you want to kill me, if you want to track me down and murder me, I'm going to be at the Liverpool passport office on the 9th of January at about 4 p.m. And I've booked a gig in Manchester that I forgot about, but I want to do one in Liverpool. But I could get back for it, but I would rather do one in Liverpool. So now I want to pull out of the one in Manchester where I live. But I'll be there anyway, so I could do that one. But let's just say, if you pull out too many times, it can be a problem. You're like, oh, in trouble. There we go. Yeah, we brought this up before. You've got a Spurs bar in Nashville. Fucking Brett Brock. That's what you can do when you want a night off from me. I'm going down the Spurs bar. Because I've said this before. I went to one in Brooklyn. I found one, and we watched the game on a Saturday. It was Tottenham Wolves. I guess it would have been 10 a.m. And in England, the bars on the whole are open to 11. But you could go at 9:30 and get drunk with a load of American Spurs fans. And it's a really good atmosphere. The bar was like fucking, I don't know, 20 feet by 7. And then you had the bar. So it was a narrow, long place, big screen. And the atmosphere was great because people were just jumping around. You got the Americanisms. Let's go. Where they don't understand football, that stuff. But actually, it was nice. It was being that I got hammered and then went to New York Zoo, where I proceeded to look at ladies instead of the animals, which are basically animals. So, whatever. Yeah, that's right. Fuck. I've got to make a note of that. Let's put that in keep notes, bitch. Keep notes.
Opening. Keep notes.
All right, wanker. You don't have to tell me. Nashville. Oh, Spurs bar. And I'll always put lunchbox wreck. Who wrecked me? So when I'm there, I can tell the police you wrecked me. You know? What? I said that. If I did, it would have been in a midst of fucking. Fuck you, Brett Brock. I don't think so. I don't think I said that. I was pretty blamed. Whatever. Oh, no, I was probably saying, you made your streaming outlet. Yeah. I don't think there's anything bad. It could be an M word or anything. Should we go together and when I come out and we'll make up fake names like Bernstein and Woodward. Jewish names, one of them works. But I thought that's why Brooklyn would be in the Spurs, because Spurs, it's historically been a Jewish neighborhood, Tottenham, in London, and the owner, the chief exec is Jewish, and he did 9/11 as well. So I can't. That's a fact. That's a fact. Twitch. It's a fact that was given to me by the news. No, it's actually given me by Minddog TV. So take him down. So there's a big Jewish population in Brooklyn, obviously, and Tottenham's a Jewish area. So I wondered whether that was a connection for Brooklyn, at least historically. I assume you've killed them all in Nashville. I don't know. Never been. I'll find out. And I'll see the Rosas would mean the police if it's Tuesdays. The Rosas. We should do it exactly. Or do you mean juice? You're saying juice. Is that when your Air Force buddies drove them there after 1991 when Saddam was just gassing them? After he said, we're going to protect you. Oh, no, we're off. And they're like, what? We're in the mountains. Well, did they then go to Nashville and go, what are you doing? Did they come to your house? That's crazy, though. It's wild, isn't it? You mean think of obviously Manchester's very multicultural city. London's very multicultural. So I've always known you get like the Muslim area and the Edgware Road and the Chinatown and you know, other areas. But I would never, even though I didn't know a lot about Nashville, I knew Dolly Parton. I knew a fat bitch from Columbus, Ohio that loved Nashville because she's a dumb bitch. And everywhere she goes, she only goes globally to the Hard Rock Cafe wherever she goes. And she always goes to like the Grand Ole Opry and all that stuff. That bitch from Columbus, Ohio, who I'll tell you why I don't like her, because we almost dated at one point. I don't know how, I can't remember. But she said to me, how much do you earn? You need to earn this much because I've got 3 kids and a big fucking house in Columbus that you need to pay for. And I was like, well, I'm not really, we should get to, you know, we should decide that over several years, I think. I don't want to take on a fat bitch and 3 other kids immediately. And I need to earn this much to pay half of your mortgage. Who pays the other half? My ex. Why don't you pay your half of the mortgage and look after your cunt kids? And I'll take us out for dinner once a week. That should be how it starts. And I can't remember how we got there. Yeah, but that dummy, just the first, apart from Dolly Parton and all that, the only place I heard from Nashville, Johnny Cash, was her, that dummy, going to the Hard Rock Cafe and the Grand Ole Opry or whatever. It's like, you dumb. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah, I don't really call her dumb, but if you go to every city and just go to the Hard Rock Cafe, you should be strung up by your clitoris. It's not a recommendation. It's an idea. Those humidity, yeah. Those mountains are humid in the summer. In their defense. I'm learning. But since then, what a bullet dodge as well. What a bullet dodge. Because since then, I'm still on Facebook and that. It's just she's moved in like man after man every few years. It's clearly come in great. And then just realised this lazy bitch is never going to work. And she just lives off a credit card, right? Capitalist me. But fucking pay some off yourself, you cunt. And then they've gone. It's like, oh, now I'm sad. And I'm not fat shaming. I didn't mean that. But, you know, yeah, very, very annoying. Hey Mel, how you doing? It's been a nice Christmassy, friendly post-Christmas, pre-New Year stream before breakfast live. I thought it would go live an hour ago, but you know what? I'm having a nice little glass of wine. We'll do that. And then go over and watch Brett. Yeah, I haven't been in your streams this week, Brett. I think I popped into one. Maybe Christmas Day. Yeah. I was with my family and all that. And the last 2, because I've been sick. And I can't fucking deal with it. I can't deal with like even chat streams and stuff. So I've laid around and watched a bit of YouTube or listened to YouTube. It's the first day I felt half human. Mel, right, has no idea that we've been talking about nothing but her for the last hour. When I said dumb bitch, and that's your fault. Brett, the things Brett was saying about her, unbelievable. And Chrissy, that's why women will never get anywhere, because women attack women. I can't believe what Chrissy said. Shouldn't be allowed on social media, in my opinion. Shh. Anyway, guys, welcome in, Mel. 55 a day. There we go. Muslim for the late. Good. She sucks your hair, absolutely. I'm supposed to start running on Sunday, like for this thing that we did last year, to run all the time in January. I really feel shit. I can't breathe right, so I'll see how I feel. I really want to get out and do it, though, early Sunday morning, New Year's Day. I can get out early and even do like a couple of miles up the canal and back. you've got these canals that run from here to Manchester United's football ground, more or less. So I might see how I feel. If it's cold, though, my chest is fucked. It'll just be a mistake. I think it'll set me back. But I'll see. But I'll do a lot of it in January, a lot of running. What I never realised is that how close the hills are to Manchester. Like, we've got a lot of hills right outside the city. So I'm going to get hiking up the fucking mountains that are just outside. It's not Lord of the Rings mountains. It's just big hills, right? So, yeah, getting some more of that in next year. I know what it is. It's nice. It's nice. Let me grab this water. Don't tell them about the AIDS. There's no fucking reason to tell them you've got AIDS. Oh. Bit of water. There we go. Good. That was a nice little Christmas festive thing, wasn't it? We did AI GPT for like 2 seconds. Mind Dog, let's write an AI story about you. Welcome on in, sir. Add to stream. Don't leave me plugged into a gig thing. Let me do this. Let's write an AI story about Mind Dog. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Let's go. Matt Napo was from a family of criminals in Long Island, New York. Write me a story about his childhood. Let's go. Matt Napo. This is AI. Matt Napo grew up in a rough neighborhood in Long Island, New York. His family was well known in the community for their involvement in organized crime. Matt's father, Carlo, was a high-ranking member of the local mafia group, and his mother, Maria, you got to see her, ran with her tits out, ran a string of illegal gambling dens. It's your fucking life, criminal. As a child, sorry, I misspelled. Matt was exposed to the violent and criminal lifestyle of his parents and their associates. He witnessed firsthand the dangers and consequences of their actions and often felt scared and alone. Oh, you little pussy. Despite the chaos that surrounded him, Matt was a bright and curious, yes, what's up that skirt? Yeah, kid. He excelled in school and loved to read and learn new things, but his parents paid little attention to his achievements. What's a podcast? Instead of focusing on their own illegal activities. As he grew older, Matt became increasingly frustrated with the direction of his life. He saw how his parents' choices trapped him in a cycle of violence and poverty, and he didn't want the same fate for himself. So he made up 7 careers, one of which was being a gay hairdresser and working in TV, and then whatever. One day, Matt made the decision to break free from his family's criminal ties. It wasn't an easy choice, but he faced a lot of resistance and threats from his parents and their associates. He was determined to forge a new path for himself, no matter the cost. With the help of a few supportive friends and teachers, Matt was able to escape the grip of his family's criminal enterprise and built a new life for himself. He went on to college studying law and criminal justice and eventually became a prosecutor, working to bring justice to the same streets where he'd grown up. Looking back on his childhood, Matt couldn't believe how far he'd come. He was grateful for the challenges he faced, the lessons he had learned, and he was determined to use his experience to make a positive difference in the world. That was AI. I'm going to copy and paste this fucking thing because I believe this will be interesting. Yeah, let's copy this. Let me just quickly bang it into my Facebook and then I can... Yeah, nice. That was unexpectedly good. I didn't expect it to be that good. All right, cunt. The Terminator just write you a story. I know. I type fast. I think fast. And do what I say when I say. Hey, gay, just I don't know. Wine to the dog. Welcome, Matt. No, hear the word out. I think of Henry Phillips. Yeah, I will have saved it. I copy and pasted it out. So what a fucking great. That's one of the best stories of the night. Brett's pretty good. James okay. We'll bring them up again next week. Daniel's was good, or Daniel being added to the Bugs Bunny story was good, but that's a pretty fucking good story, right? That's pretty quick, you know. I'm impressed with that. God gave rock and roll to you. Gave rock and roll to you. Gave Matt and roll to everyone. Good, cool story, bro. No, I think it was good, right? It was good, very good. Thank you, ChatGPT. Again, I recommend everyone tries it. You can ask it to explain maths, quantum mechanics. You can ask it to write, Suharo, yes. You can ask it to write Python scripts and R scripts. And I tried it last night, and it actually did okay with a basic one, but there are some things it's like, no, that's not quite right. But it'll do comments. And you can just go write me a Python script that will mine Twitter for this. It'll use probably an outdated package or whatever, but it's writing a script and writing comments, whatever you want it for. But just as instantly as that. Very interesting. Yeah. Come here. Let me tell you something about me. Lunchbox. I'm a classic kind of guy. Well, it could get here, right? When you, holding it here, I'm likely to just break it here, just a savage with my big sausage fingers. It's normally here, I'd say, but that's wanky. You can't hold it here, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. Should we get one? It's not going to work now on mic, is it? No. All right, give me a wider glass and I'll do it. I'll do it next time. Please don't ruin me. Yeah, I used to drink white wine back in the day, but I got onto red wine because, it's pretty cold actually, just because it's cold here. Got onto red wine because I stole a box of 12 red wines from a neighbor. They delivered it to my house. And then, will you sign for this? Sure, I said. And I just signed it Mickey Mouse. Went, great. And we used to take it over the fucking, this great bit of grass we had in Southampton and drink it in the day with some lunch, come back. I swear one night the guy was there. My face is covered in red wine. I've got black teeth. I was like, I like red wine. That's what I said to my neighbor. But, when he complains, like, oh, number 10 signed for it, but Mickey Mouse signed for it, so I don't know. What can we do legally? It's like, prove I have that wine in my house. So, yeah, I got into red wine by stealing a box of it from a neighbor. And now I prefer it, actually, because it does fuck me up more. It fucks me up more. The hangovers are harsh. The shits are black. The teeth are purple. You do this on a 4-pack of beer. Woo! In fact, that's what I did, I think, when Mamaranth came out. Maybe when she slept for you. Yeah, maybe that's what I did for that. So we'll see what happens tonight. Hang with the bourgeoisie. Not really. I'm a scumbag. Keeping my seasoning fish yesterday. Oh, was it coming? I swear, I brought some fresh spices last week. If you got cumin, bit of turmeric, which people mistake for turmeric. Base of a lot of curries, right? A bit of fucking this, a bit of that. Throw some a bit of ginger. You've got a base of a lot of curries, and then you can spice the fuck out of it. You can squeeze your fucking. I'm trying to think. I'm not going to say anything. It did involve clitoris. I was trying to think whose. And everyone else, there was Rolodexing through my fucking mind, was like, don't say that. Into your curry. The rest of it, pep it up. Get it in there. THC in the wine. Let's see some thick in the wine. No, I'm gonna be my good buddy Dave Flynn, who was here the other week. As I said before, He'll come up in the spring and bring us some mushrooms. We're going to go out. I'm going to sit in a dive bar in the corner and take some mushrooms and laugh at the lights. But he's going to be my big contact for weed until I get one here. But I think, yeah, some fucking edibles are coming into my life. And undoubtedly in the US in a couple of months, right? So we'll do some high streams as well. Suharo, Suguerrero, Che Guevara. It's your day. I'm a left-wing student. I've got a Che Guevara t-shirt on, even though he would murder gays on sight. That's my politics. That's my politics. Goddamn commies. Right, Brett Brock is going live very soon in the house. I don't know why I made it look like a blowjob, but we're like, it's all raiding a Brett very soon. I want all you bad boys to let me know when he's live. I also have Twitch. Yeah, let me flick this one over to Twitch here. So, my dog, I know you're old, but you owe me $100. I can give you my Alan Swift code. On Twitch, we can raid in. So it means this channel will flip to Brett Brock's channel. If you hang with and wait for Brett goes live. If I don't see him, we'll wait for the chat to tell me. And then it'll take a couple of seconds. And then there's like, we've got to get this for user interface from Twitch because it's like, raid. Okay, wait 5 seconds. Raid, Husky Boy. And then it'll go, raid. And then you're still there. And it's like, then you raid. Why don't you just have one button? Raid, you sure? Yeah, let's go. Boop. Take care, Mind Dog. Have a great gig. Yeah, let's talk next week. Oh, yeah, no, but I assume that when you walk to work, it's there. That's when you walk to work. So, yeah. Hey, Mind Dog. Mind Dog, don't block me from your podcast, Mind Dog. I'll find you, Mind Dog. That was not a New York-based DJ. Absolutely not. You like being alive, Mind Dog? I'm not to catch any Mind Dog this week, barely. Maybe one for a minute. Just have into watching anything, doing anything. But hopefully, after today, I feel all right. So we'll see. If I get Avatar watched here, and then do I go to the movies tomorrow, or do I wait till next week? I just want to experience it because I like the tech. And I'd like to see, apparently, the immersive experience is very good. I'm sure we've got an IMAX here. We must do. Got an Odeon 5 minutes away, though. So all failing, I'll just go and watch that. I'm very sick. I'm very not intending to drink, but I have drunk nearly a bottle of red wine. So what that might mean is later on, if I go out and buy a 6-pack of beer and drink that and then go to a pub for a couple of pints. Now, I'm not promising anything, but it may be that a very famous influencer on Twitch might stop by. Yeah? I don't know in what capacity. Would it be a bridge to OGM's movies? Would it be half an hour in her own? I don't know, but I've heard maybe she'll stop by with her stupid tits. So I don't know. Cheers to you. Let's finish off this cheap bottle of cab. And yeah, OGM, no idea if Mamranth was not planned, by the way. When I accidentally left myself streaming eating Doritos and salsa, I was so fucking lucky. I didn't start sad wanking. When I did that, I just put a wig on because when I realised, it was like, oh, we're chatting in the chat, and I was like, oh, the wig and all that. I was like, fucking Mamarant. Well, I've been talking about Mamarant for a day, and it's very organic at night and when I slept on camera. So, yeah, I think that there should and would and could be and did and dod and diddle me black and call me daddy. There will probably be more Amaranth in the world. Because I can take on Amaranth, you loser. If I don't get 300 Indian men in my chat going, I won't do the accent, but going just like, after, Brett, I did pop in a stream the other night. Do you know what I saw? 804 gift subs was number one. 804 gift sub. What are we talking? 4 grand? 4.5 grand? Yeah, South Sounds. I've no idea. I'm still bruised. These stalls, when I put. Excuse me. These bruises have just gone here. Yeah, 804 gift subs was an Amaranth stream the other day. I don't know what she was doing because I'm way more interested in the fucking chat. So, what are these people doing? 804 gift subs. Wild times. Madness. It's $5, isn't it? $5? $5. I didn't listen, Twitch. I did an accent right at the end of my stream. What are you going to do? Find it? Oh, let's have a fact. John Travolta in Pulp Fiction said, $5 milkshake. He said, $5 milkshake. I said $5 as well. I'm acting. I'm going to capitalize it. Yeah, well, obviously that's what I'm trying to do. Especially if I do a sleep stream and just have the hair out. That's what I'm thinking. No, I did. Kevin, you popped into the stream and I did one, but I think you left immediately, like last week. But of course, I'll do a mug. I can't do it now because Brett's going to go live. Next time I'm on, I'll do one. But when you came in on the chat, I did 3 mug shouties last week because you came in the chat because I knew I owed you one. But I think you popped in and out. Not Christmas Eve. There was like 3-4 days before that. But yeah. Well, Chris, you don't post that anywhere. I'll break in your house. One I didn't send you preferably. Oh, you did DM me one, right? I don't know. I haven't really looked at it properly, to be fair. Well, how about we work together, Chris, and we release it together? The same dick pic that I sent to Hack Oddity, we've agreed we're going to release it together. Why don't we work on it and we'll make it funny? Music, make it disgusting. Wasn't bad for Oklahoma. There we go. Hey, Ghost. Hey, we're gonna raid into Brett Brock as soon as he goes live, which should be very soon. I've drunk a bottle of fucking wine with no voice. Welcome, Merry Christmas, man, and to you and the check. Happy New Year and all that stuff. Back in Manchester with no voice. Guidance music. Got that. All right, well, we'll raid into Brett Brock in a second. Hey, you pieces of shit. All right, well, tell me, guys. He won't be doing anything now anyway. He'll be tightening himself up. Let's give me a second. Let's raid it. Thank you very much for hanging out. Solven, of course. I'll do another mug shortly just for you. I've got to start this process because it's like 5 buttons. You raid. Improve to raid into Amaranth instead. Husky boy. We're going to start. Guys, cheers for hanging out. Let's go over there. We're ready in 9 seconds. This is what it fucking does. Wine lips. Dave Lister. I'm trying to think of a Lister quote. All right, you fat bastard here. But that was off season 7, series 7. Cheers for jumping in, Dave Lister. Let's talk Red Dwarf and all that shit. Let's raid in. Let's get out. Yeah, I've got wine lips. Tomorrow I'll have wine kidneys. Suharo, I love you. Tomorrow, not aggressively. Let's raid in Rep Rock. It's an artist from Nashville, apparently. Unbelievable. Why have I got to press 100 fucking buttons? Why won't it let me raid, baby? We're gonna raid Brett Rock soon. Just as soon as we're allowed to. Bye, baby. Let's get these Brock tunes up. Oh,